Okay, today we're going to do Jodori. Jodori is taking the staff. So you take the staff because somebody's trying to hit you with it or strike you with it. As in all weapons taking arts, number one priority, safety. Right? Safely get off the line of force and get to a safe place. Now the Jo's a rather large instrument. Right? So then when you connect with that Jo, it's about 50-50. He's got as much Jo as you have, right? So in order to continue and control it, you're going to have to apply Aikido principles. First, your advantage is that he had the mind to attack. So you need to use that. Right? Your connection must be very light, and you always flow the energy of the ki out both ends of the Jo. Not ever trying to move it this way. Basically, the key to good Jo Nage is to be able to move freely. To move freely, you have to respect the yin-yang principle. Where there's force here, then move the other side, the yin. When the force is here, move this side, because that becomes yang, this becomes yang. And also understand the rotational principle. In the Jo, generally, it's a line, but it has a center and you can rotate around it. Find that center, and most throws are basically a rotation. So today we're going to start out with Zenpo Nage as a basic Jodori approach. Person's attacking you, you're going to send them in the direction they're attacking. So you're blending with that. When we first will look at this, we're going to look at just going to the weak side or the outside of the uke. So he's going to thrust. I'm going to get over here. Use your hands. Don't think safely getting somewhere. If I think I don't need it, he can follow me. If he tries to follow me here, I'm transferring hands into this place. Okay. And the other side. Notice at the end, I don't have a lot of this, but look how long my arm's grown. Don't come in underneath. He can clamp down his elbow. I have no control. So I'm coming in, both palms down, coming in here. He clamps down his elbow. I still have control. If I hold tight, move it, he's controlling it. If I hold lightly, move it, nothing's happening. Right? And now I'm going to send my energy out this way, use the rotational principle, and let this come back as this comes forward. This becomes the point of yang. Face this way. Right? This is going to be very strong. Do not try to move it. But, look, the yin, I can control him. Once I control him, then this side's free to finish the rotation and extension. So here, relax. If you try to push it laterally, it's difficult. Send the energy out, take what you can, and drop it. Then drop this in. Okay, so when he has it and he's ready to thrust, if my feet are this way, I don't want to try to get to the other side. Because as he's thrusting, all this time I'm moving this foot, I'm on the line of force. It's much easier just to move the side you're already ready to move to. That's why we need to be able to do this from this side as well. Turns out it's very similar. The only difference is that he doesn't extend this back hand very far. If he keeps it way back here, you're going to have to change it. We'll deal with that later. Right now, you come in here. At this point, oh, by the way, you don't want to come back here and try to do it. At this point, the problem is that he may try to block this way, but remember, you're going to send the ki this way, and again, it's very important to be very light. Look how crossed up he is. This is like, do not go laterally. Send the key out this way, then peel it back. Now the energy's up here. You can't throw with this, but look, you control here. Once he's starting to react to that, you rotate. Shall we try that? Hantai Zenpo. Okay, now we're going to deal with a situation where maybe he hasn't extended this as much, or you just find it's really hard to move this in that direction because of his strength here. So he hasn't extended. So, it's pretty hard to do this. Wow, that's hard. So you realize that because when you move this thing, it has to be very light. And when you say, oh, it's not working, you reverse it and use the other. So it's almost like if he had sticks out of this strap. I want to go that way, he blocks me, so I come this way. It's really well within his range. Move this way, put my body next to him. Right? In most cases, you can just do this if you're fluid. But, hey, we all get stopped. Okay. So that's a secondary art. Here, come through. Shall we? We're going to do Zenpo from both sides, from Shomenuchi. So, he strikes. Now we're to each side. You're going to strike the same way. We're going to switch. I was on the inside. So, inside, outside, doesn't matter much. Here, okay. And once again, you could end up coming and doing this one. Straight line attacks. Now it's going to be Yoko Man. So he could be here, strike, 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 or you could also be here, strike, strike. And you can start here. Okay. So what do you should be moving towards him as soon as you get a chance. So now give me the other one. So you're on one side or the other, it really doesn't matter. The only difficult part of this is getting on the proper side. The proper side is the hard part. Once you're there, you got all the time in the world. So to finish up this series of forward throws, you could also they could be coming sideways like this, or maybe uppercut, but it's coming from back here. So usually it's boom, showman, yokoman, but it could be coming from the other side. You just throw forward. So you need to make sure you get to the correct side. On this particular one, you might decide that this is the easier throw. If it's this high, then this is a much easier throw. Right here. If this side isn't quite so high, then you can probably still throw this.